Okay, let's speak the truth here. Obviously, my channel is geared towards women. And as a woman, we have shifts in our energy throughout the week, month, year. This is due to hormones, life events, our expectations. We are always changing. So, why would we build a routine that doesn't adapt to that? There are some weeks where I feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm tackling my to do list. I'm going to the gym. I'm feeling like the queen of everything. And there are other weeks where I would freak out at the thought of going to the gym, cleaning my house, cooking, starting a project. I would overeat, pick up my skin, and procrastinate until I couldn't anymore. Literally everything. Once I became a master of consistency and started to customize my routine to who I am as a person and not anybody else, I finally started achieving all of my goals. And I'm absolutely confident that I'll be reaching the rest of the goals that I've set. I've achieved all of my content goals, my weight loss goals, my career goals, my family goals, all of it. And consistency is key. If you are not reaching your goals, you might need to redefine what consistency means to you. And we are going to tackle that mindset around consistency today and help you achieve all of your goals. Welcome to my channel. I'm Kelley Thriving, and here in this channel, we do not keep the secrets of success from you. We have an open and honest conversation about who we are, what we want to achieve, and help you reach your goals in all aspects of life. We want to help you reach the version of yourself that you dream about. If that sounds like you, go ahead and click subscribe so that you can keep coming back every week to learn more about how to become the best version of you. So I like to break things down into easy, understandable steps. And our first step is going to be redefining what consistency means to you. Traditionally, consistency is doing the same thing every single day. And when you think of consistency when it comes to achieving your goals, you're like, I'm going to become this brand new person who does 20 different tasks that are all part of the person that I want to be in the future. And I mean, that's great, but nobody has that amount of energy every single day. Even a car that is going 90 miles per hour has to stop for gas sometimes. So, what we're going to do is we're going to understand that we have low energy days and high energy days. And what we want to do is plan in advance for what a low energy day looks like to us. So, what that means is on days where I don't feel like doing much, I feel like doing the bare minimum. What does bare minimum mean for me? I like to plan for 1 to 3 non negotiables. A non negotiable is a task that you get done no matter what. For me, what that looks like is doing my skincare routine, journaling every day, and 15 minutes of yoga. And that might look different for you. We are different people and we have different energy levels and we also have different goals. So make sure to be realistic, think attuned to your inner self and think about, okay, what is a non-negotiable for me? And when we have those low energy days, you need to accept that that is your energy level. We don't want to push through this. We want to work with who we are as a person and understand, especially as a woman, there are going to be some weeks where we just don't have that much energy just because of how our hormones are going. And there are going to be some weeks where we're going to conquer the world and we're going to get our task list done and a lot more. But we're going to accept ourselves at our energy levels for as they are because we have a plan in place for how to adapt to it. We want to make sure that we are planning our next day at night. So, what I do is I keep a notebook next to my journal so that I can plan for the next day. The first thing that I start off with is my 3 non negotiables, and then I add in the other items I want to accomplish in order to meet my goals. And when I wake up the next morning, typically you know what kind of day you're going to have. You're going to know what kind of energy you might have. And of course, that could change. Sometimes I take medication that makes me feel really sick, and I might not be able to do that much. Other days, I'm feeling great and amazing, and I'm going to tackle that entire list. The important thing to know is that when you are redefining consistency, is to understand we are not all or nothing here. When you look at things from a holistic perspective and you look at your year, your months, and your week, you're not going to be worried about one day where you just had your low energy day, or even throughout the month. If you had 7 days out of 30 that were low energy days, you still had 21 days where you met your goals. Consistency is about building rhythm over time. In our next step, we're going to talk about building systems that match who you are as a person and what your vibe is. We are all different people. So you're going to want to go with what feels good and build your system so what feels good for you. Find your routine that works with your life. And it's great if you get inspiration from watching others. If you're scrolling on TikTok and you're like, oh, I love her morning routine and her day routine, I'm going to do that. But don't copy them word for word. You are your own person who has their own vibe, and you're going to want to have a routine that is customized to you. And speaking of customizing your routine, you're also going to want to make sure that you streamline your tasks and match up tasks that are similar. So, for example, if I'm creating content and my goal is to record 2 videos and plan for 2 videos, then I'm not going to plan, then record. That doesn't make any sense. Or if your goal is to do yoga and work out, you're not going to do yoga, eat your breakfast, then go work out, or do yoga, go to work, then work out. Like that doesn't make sense. You're going to want to combine tasks that are similar. And the reason that we do that, when you are in flow with one task and you're really getting into the groove, we all know what that feels like. You're naturally going to build momentum with your brain and excel when you're doing similar tasks. But if you go back and forth between different types of tasks, then you are switching up the type of thinking that your brain is doing, and you're going to get subpar results. Our brain is naturally accustomed to identifying patterns. Consistency, focus on what matters. Make sure to look at tasks that you do throughout your day and make sure to match up ones that can be combined and put together. So, the next step that we're going to do is my favorite step, and this is adding magic into your life. If you are building routines, find a way to romanticize them and add a little magic into your life. How you're going to do that is by customizing them to who you are and adding elements that reflect your personality. If you're working out, find gym clothes that express yourself. If you are doing skincare, put your skincare in pretty bottles. If you are journaling, find a cute journal with pin sets that make you feel like you're writing love letters. I had goals that I wanted to go to bed early because I am naturally not a person that goes to bed early. But what I did is I bought silk and lace pajamas. They make me feel like I'm in a romantic movie. And so every night when I go to bed, I look forward to putting on my pajamas. You want to find ways to add you into your routine so that you look forward to doing that part of your routine. Consistency focus on what's important, and what's important is you liking what you're actually doing. On our next step, what we are going to do is we are going to automate when we can. We are in the era of AI. Have AI plan your grocery list, your meals, use templates like Notion to help you. Take as many tasks as possible and see where you can implement AI to make things easier so that you are utilizing your energy on things that matter. If you want to be consistent, then you need to make your life as easy as possible. Look at the tasks that you have in your life and ask yourself, can an admin do this? If so, there are likely apps out there that can help you with that. And there are lots of free apps that are available to use. Notion is one that I really like to use to plan out my day. And they have lots of templates that you can use to make life easy on you. On our final step, what we are going to do is we are going to be aware of ourselves and our inner monologue. I think often we beat ourselves up when we don't achieve everything that we want to achieve. And it's really important that you give yourself some grace and that you understand the importance of rest. If you are beating yourself up every day or every other day because you didn't accomplish what you're going to do, you are just putting yourself in a negative mindset and putting out that negative energy. If you're not meeting your own expectations, then you need to take a step back and study, well, what went wrong? Because it's not you. You are not the person who's broken. It's just your system that you put in place that would be broken. I've talked a lot throughout this video about how our brain has patterns and identifies patterns. You will see progress in the patterns that you build. And I've talked about this before, but you just want to celebrate the small. You want to celebrate every win that you have, no matter how small it is. So, when we're looking at our inner monologue, I like to treat myself like I'm my own best friend because I wouldn't talk the way to my best friend that I would talk to myself. So, we want to be able to stop those thoughts mid thought, recognize that this is a negative thought and turn it around and make it something positive so that we're putting out positive energy. I always tell myself, would I be mad at my best friend for not finishing her task list? Would I be mad at my best friend for only accomplishing her bare minimum? No, I would hype her up, and I'm sure you would too, because we celebrate other women. So we need to be able to celebrate ourselves too. So give yourself the same treatment that you would give your best friend and celebrate what you've accomplished. So, learning about yourself is going to be the secret to your success. We need to understand that just like all things in life, we're going to have our ups and downs, our good weeks and our bad weeks. We need to anticipate that we're going to have events that occur that are just going to put us back some, and that's okay. As long as we identify our bare minimums, that we have a honest dialogue with ourselves, that we've added magic into our life, and that we have built systems that work for us and who we are, that we are going to accomplish our goals and stay consistent so that we meet everything that we've dreamt about. And those are all the steps that I have for today's video on how to stay consistent and meet your goals. If you stayed and watched the whole video, go ahead and leave a comment below so that I can cheer you on. If you like the content in this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so that you can keep seeing me on a weekly basis. I'm hoping to build a community full of positivity so that everybody can reach their goals. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.